got the same heart, we all play a part. It's simple, and everything you do happens to cause a ripple. And everything you say can create something beautiful. Don't be afraid, go ahead and sing your song. Open up your heart, you can't do it wrong because you are already more than enough.
So today I am driving with my family and we are going to sample some vegan food along the way. My family is not vegan, but I'm going to try to find somewhere where we can both eat and both be happy.
You are already more than enough. You are already more than enough. You are already more than enough. Nobody is watching you, so go and be yourself. Even if they're watching you, then go and be yourself. Nobody is watching you, so go and be yourself. Be yourself and no one else. Be yourself and no one else.
Yeah.
Nobody is watching you, so go and be yourself. Even if they're watching you, then go and be yourself.
I thought this was going to be like small. I remember it being smaller.
There's a lot of lettuce stuff.
This is an invitation to all my people. No matter who you are, what you done, or where you came from. Everyone is different, but everyone is equal. We got the same heart, we all play a part. It's simple, and everything you do happens to cause a ripple. And everything you say can create something beautiful. Don't be afraid, go ahead and sing your song. Open up your heart, you can't do it wrong because you are already more than enough. You are already more than enough. You are already more than enough.
So one thing I always try to do when I'm traveling is to go to the grocery store and just grab a bunch of fruit, like super easy to snack on fruit, and then just eat that while you're traveling.
You are already more than enough. You are already more than enough. You're 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 more than enough.
Oh yeah, I've been doing some work.
So cute.
Extra avo?
Thank you.
Extra avo, Hannah?
I don't need any more. Just do that. It's best to do it now, where I can live.
I release and let go of my story. I never really needed it anyway. And all I ever have is this moment, this moment, this moment. I release and let go of my story. Cause no one's even reading it anyway. And all I ever have is this moment, 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 this moment.
So I'm in California this week, so it's a little bit different than when I am in the field up in northern Canada, but I figured I'd take this time to share some of the tips that I do have. So for work, I travel 60 to 70% of the time, and most of this time I am in really, really remote areas where there is no vegan restaurants. When I come to California, I'm amazed at people who are like, it's like so difficult to be vegan. I live in Westwood. Like, this is the easiest place in the world to be vegan. There's so many resources, but I am vegan in areas of the world where there is traditionally no fruits and vegetables. Parts of northern Canada where the entire diet is based around meat, and it is possible. You just have to be really good with your planning ahead of time when you are traveling to those locations. And tip number one, grocery stores is the trick to this. There's usually like one grocery store in each town, and even though it might be really tough to find good produce, especially like organic, fresh produce, you're gonna find something most of the time, and you just have to create really, really simple meals, but that are also gonna be really good. Because if you're making meals that are just gross, like you're just gonna wanna go out to eat fast food all the time. 2 is gonna be grab stuff that's really, really easy to eat. So when you're in your hotel room, you don't want to be creating these huge giant meals. Like most of the time you don't have a kitchenette. If you're lucky, you have a burner. So you want to grab like stuff that's so easy and quick to grab, like fruits, like cherries, or that don't even need to be peeled or anything, like apples, bananas. Bananas will be your best friend traveling. Even like to-go things like hummus containers to dip carrots in. Something that's really easy to eat, because at the end of a long day traveling, you are going to want something that you can just grab and eat, that you don't have to prepare at all. You don't want these big complicated meals that have so many different ingredients when you only have a hotel refrigerator to work out of. So pre-making things at home is key, like if you have the ability to do that. Tip number 3. So you have to kind of come up with your like go-to meals that will get you through traveling, and plan your meals in advance. So if you know you're going to be traveling for a week, you can try to pre-make a bunch of sauces. So what I do is like I usually have like a peanut sauce with some summer rolls or some wraps, or even just straight on pasta that I make. So I will pre-make the peanut sauce, because if you have this complicated sauce with all these ingredients like apple cider vinegar, tahini, like you don't want to bring that stuff to your hotel room. So you just pre-make a mason jar full of all the sauce, and then you can use that throughout the week on the items that you are bringing. Potatoes you can put in the microwave, steam those. Takes a few minutes in the microwave, and then I add packaged hummus, sliced up avocado. If I have a frying pan, I'll do some peppers and onions, but like not necessary at all. And it's a really, really simple, easy meal. If everyone else in your family is going out to eat, generally some simple things to stay away from is anything with a ton of oil, because if you're eating really, really oily fried meal and then you're just sitting in the car for the rest of the day and then driving around, you are going to get such a bad stomach ache. So you want to stick with something that's as fresh as possible, like the best you can get. It's getting better nowadays in a lot of these cities. So just when you get to the city, put in Google Maps just vegan on the search bar and just see what comes up. And you'd be surprised. There is a lot of vegan restaurants all over really, really remote parts of the world, or places that will accommodate that. If you are at a restaurant with a bunch of non-vegans, and just ask if they can do anything vegan. Sometimes they'll stare at you with just a blank look on their eyes, but a lot of times they can like kind of cook something up. You might just have to give them a bit of guidance, but it's always worth asking, and usually no one will fault you for asking. Another tip I also have is to grab some food for after dinner in your hotel room. I always get hungry before I go to bed, so I usually try to grab some like sweet fruit or something to eat when I kind of have a midnight craving, so that I don't want to go out of my hotel room and go get fast food or eat anything from the hotel vending machine. And one of the biggest benefits to staying vegan and healthy while traveling is digestion. Like, I don't know if you've ever been on a long trip and you get back and you're just like, oh my god, like I need a home cooked meal. Like your stomach just feels horrible, and then you just are exhausted, fatigued all day, and then you feel like you need a vacation from your vacation. You have a huge stomach ache, and like it takes so long to heal from, just your vacation food alone. When you can go on vacation and you can feel amazing and have tons of energy and wake up early. So those are all the tips that I have for now. I hope those helped people, and I just want everyone to know that it is possible to be vegan while traveling. Thanks for watching. Make sure